Hey, how's it going? So I was approached by somebody on this website that I go to. So I've talked about this website before. It's called Rural Mail Talk. And I've said before, one of the best things about being a rural carrier is the people. And there's some really great people who frequent that message board at Rural Mail Talk. And you can have some great discussions there. And also there's a lot of people who are knowledgeable. So if you have questions about things like union problems or technical things, it's a great place to go and get your questions answered. That's where I go because, yeah, again, there's very knowledgeable people that they're open to sharing with you and trying to get you the right information. So great place to go. Anyways, enough about that. So anyways, a member there, C double dollar sign. um, Talking to me about making a video about the 4241A and the 4241M. And what these are forms that kind of are used to evaluate your route. Say how long it should take you to pack up and deliver your route, which which directly translates into how much money you are paid for delivering that route. Okay, so it's an important thing. Uh, and he sent me these forms kind of to help take the mystery out of it. Now, I don't know a great deal about it. My biggest experience with this, I've been part of the mail survey a little bit, but I'm just an RCA, and right now I only work usually 1 day a week, so you know, I'm not as involved with this stuff as many other people. So again, if you have deep questions, go to Rural Mail Talk. Otherwise, we can certainly have a discussion down below in the comments. All right, so get started. All right, so the 4241A and the 4241M. Let's dive in. All right, so this is the 4241A, and basically it's a summary of everything that comes off the 4241M. So you've got your office time, your route time, and your street time. See 25 minutes for random letters, 72 minutes for random flats. Now, these are based on the week, not how long in a day. Because I was looking at this like 71 minutes to pull down. That's a long time to pull down when you only have 238 boxes to deliver to. It's like, oh, okay, so this is probably for the week. And yeah, that's what it is. And down here you see hours and minutes. That tells you office, 10 hours in the office that week, 28 minutes on the street. Sorry, 28 hours on the street for a total of 38 hours. Okay. And then you can see down here that, yeah, what this person gets paid is based upon that. Okay. 42,000 is what they're guaranteed. Then down here also you see the EMA. So this is probably a POV route, and that's what they get for their daily. Every day they deliver, they get $80 to cover their POV. Thinking, okay. All right, 42141M. So there's 3 pages to this. Here's one page. This is the route page, and you can see with C double dollar sign put here. There's 3 pages. It's the real nitty gritty of the route. So this shows you how long everything is supposed to take. So all the little things, stop signs, how many boxes there are, how many boxes on the curb, how many other. Okay, all of this here, and then they total up, and then they total up the service time. So this is what one page of that looks like. Okay. Again, this is the route. So out on the route. So each one of these has 3 portions. So these 4241A summarizes it up in one page, office time, route time, and street volume. 4241M has 3 pages, one page for the route. So basically one page for the driving around. Okay. One page for the office and one page for the street. Okay. All right. And then if you look at this, so each category, you to get the number on the 42140A, you add up all the things on the 4241M. So let me go back a little bit. And you see on this page, all these things are service, right? And you see all over here in service time, you've got all these numbers to add up, starting with 37.29, 37.29. Add all those numbers up all the way down, okay? And then you multiply that by the number of days for the route, and that's how they get on this sheet, 4241A, that's how they get the 230 minutes, okay? They take all of these numbers, add them up, multiply by the number of days that the route is, and that's how they get that. Okay, moving on. So all this stuff is based on a 12-month average. So, they get data from different places. They get data from the carriers themselves. We have to take part in the mail survey. They get data from the clerks. They have to take part in the mail survey. And then also at the plant, data is collected. Out on the street, when you do your RX scans and your package scans, all that data is analyzed, okay? So now, not data from every day. So they don't use data from every day to do this, obviously. But they kind of put together what they do have, try to come up with how long the route is supposed to take, okay? This you can see letters, random letters, flats. I'm thinking that this is the number of pieces, not a time. So you get about 43 letters, okay, in a day, about 100, just under 100 flats in a day. Guessing that's what that is, because that seems about right based on the routes I've been on. But yeah, they use this data and they, again, compile it to get you how long the route's supposed to take. All right, so then here's some more important notes. So this is basically how they calculate. So you saw, this is from, let me go back. That's from this page. See right here. Okay, this row curb box, okay? That's where this comes from. And so you take this number, which is how many boxes are on the route. And again, that's average because, during the year, you might have 234 boxes and then it moves, then for like, at the beginning of the year, you might only have 234 boxes, but then some boxes get added. So now it averages for the year to 35.83 average for the year. I'm guessing, I think that's how they get that number. And this is how long it's supposed to take in each box. That's what they figured out, right? This is just a code, and then 78%. So now what this is, that number tells you how many boxes are usually, let's see, what's that from? It's called route coverage. So what that is they somehow figure out how many boxes are actually visited each day. So based on this, they're saying that on an average day, you're skipping 12% of the boxes when you deliver, okay? Whether or not that's true or accurate, I don't know. I've seen discussions of this on Rural Mail Talk, and people argue about, yeah, they say I'm skipping all these boxes, but I'm not. So, not very accurate, but that's what that's supposed to be, okay? They multiply that all together, and this is how long you're supposed to spend doing this particular thing, servicing those boxes, okay? And then stop signs, same thing. You just multiply across 61.83 times how long it's supposed to take at each stop sign, and that gives you what you're supposed to have for the route, okay? Activity scans, same thing. This is how many happen each day, how long it's supposed to take, and that gives you the total amount of time for the day, okay? I guess also wanted me to mention that additional complexity. So on these forms, some of these numbers are absent. They don't explain how they get what they came up with. They just say it's complex. So I guess it's beyond our mathematics as lay people. So they tell us, oh, it's complex, rather than showing us how it's figured into our route time. Okay. All right. Oops, the columns. So I think we've kind of talked about this before, but yeah, you take the columns for the route, the street, the office, and you add that all together, and that gives you your total. So back on that first page, you can see down here, they've added those three things together, office, street, total, and they add it together, and that's how long your route takes, okay? That's how long it is, all right? Again, that's what your pay is based on. So, I mean, that's it. So, again, these forms are what's used to evaluate your route. Now, I'm understanding that there's a process right now to appeal these because some people's routes have been cut down immensely. The routes I carry have each been cut down about an hour. So, what was supposed to take 8.5 hours a day now takes 7.5 hours a day. I think the other route it was just over 9, and now it's down to like 8.5. So every time I deliver that route, I make a little bit less money. So it's a big deal. And again, I only deliver once a day, but it is a big deal to the carriers who this is their primary job. And if you've gone from making 45,000 to 42,000 or 48,000 to making 40,000, that can really affect your family. So pray for the carriers out there. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, reach out in the comments below. But again, even better, go to ruralmailtalk.com and hey, let me get back to this. Here he is. Down here, you see double dollar sign. Yeah, that's the guy. Reach out to C double dollar sign on Rural Mail Talk, and he'll be happy to talk to you about this as well. Okay, talk to you soon. Hope you've learned something, and hey, maybe reach out to me and teach me something too. All right, all right. Have a good day.